think so. No, this is a smaller one. You just came right up to me. This one's so chill. Okay. Oh, I think it is the big one, actually.
Yeah.
You came right up to me. You wanted some more love?
Oh yeah, that is a big one. You come here. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, it's okay.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. As you can see, our little baby bunnies have finally come out of their nest. So this is 2 of them. We have 3. These are the 2 smaller ones. The 3rd one's still in the bunny hutch right now.
Let me see. There he is.
I think it's been about 2 to 3 weeks since they were born, and they started coming out of the nest a couple days ago, so we wanted to give them just a few days to get used to everything before we came in here and started touching them and playing with them a little bit. But yeah, so here they are.
Hi, babies.
You can see this one's a lot more gray on the back especially. The other 2 are basically fully white.
Okay.
So yeah, we only ended up having 3 babies. Well, not we, but our bunny. So, because they can have up to 12, I think, per litter. So we weren't really sure how many to expect, but 3 is a pretty good number to start off with, especially for our first batch of bunnies. Oh, you're so cute.
Right? Come here.
This little one is so friendly, it just comes right up. Hello.
Well, once you hold them,
Hello.
they're fine.
Oh
Once
my
you hold them
goodness.
once.
You're just a little cutie.
Oh, look at the little one. Here, let's...
Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Mama. So we're not sure the sexes of these 3 babies yet, because they are only like 3 weeks old, like I said. I was looking into it, and I think around 6 weeks is when you like can sex them, like with a pretty good idea of what you're looking at. And if not, you got to wait like a few more weeks. But we'll check around the 6 week mark and see and find out. It doesn't really matter to us. We don't really overly care. We're probably gonna try to sell them like as babies, or either pets to people, or just for what they want to do with them. If they want to do them for meat, whatever. Because if we don't sell them by the time they get I think 3 months old, we'll probably be taking them to the market ourselves anyway, so we don't really care what gender they are.
Okay, so we're just about to take some pictures of the baby rabbits. We're gonna post them online first before contacting a butcher, because we're gonna try to sell them as pets, or if people want them for meat as well, alive before we butcher them. This one is one of our smaller ones. We have 2 small ones and 1 pretty big one. He was out of the nest first, so then we have like 2 little twins. Aww.
Everyone back inside. These 2 are cuddling in. So the other thing we're doing today, in the last video, if you watched that, I mentioned about our chicken and duck run, how we want to expand it out and just like switch out the fencing material that we're using for it. So we got a bunch of fence posts a few days ago, and we have 50 feet of the wire fencing. We still need to grab 1 roll of the 100 foot. But we're gonna get started today with just pounding in the posts, like where they're gonna be for the fence. Do that. I figure we get that done first and then just go through afterwards and put all the fencing on. Probably make it a bit easier. So these are the posts I got. They're basically just like sticks that are sharpened at the end, more or less. We're gonna leave this fence that's already here in just so we can let the animals out while we're making this new fence. So we're just gonna basically put the posts in around this one, and then once we have the actual fencing all done complete, we'll take out this fence and then have them all in the bigger area. And we're gonna be leaving the ducks and chickens just in one big area instead of separating it, so it should give both of them a lot more space. So we got all the fence posts in for the new section. You can see it's going to be quite a bit bigger than what the ducks and chickens already have, especially because it's just gonna be one big pen and like it wants to be split up between the two. So they're gonna have a lot more space. But yeah, we're done for the day. Just got all the posts in. Tomorrow we're gonna run to the feed mill, pick up a roll of the fencing. So hopefully tomorrow we get the fencing on. So right here in this smaller gap, this is where we're gonna put the gate, because I need to be able to get into this door with the lawnmower. This is where I park the lawnmower in there. So I need to be able to drive the lawnmower in here, and just easy access to the run as well, compared to the chicken one right now on the other side of the duck one. There is no actual access other than like the chicken door itself, which is like crawl through. So this way we'll be able to actually get into their run without having to crawl through their little tiny space, which will be nice. But yeah, so we're done for the day. I'll pick it up when we start doing some fencing tomorrow. So we were finally able to find a couple friends for our Easter egger chick that we hatched out. So these two are purebred Americanas, which lay blue eggs. Not really sure what color eggs this one's gonna lay, because we're not really sure exactly on like the specific breed for it. He seems pretty happy to have a couple friends and not to be so lonely anymore. So we also just put in 10 eggs into the incubator. These eggs are from our light Sussex chickens that we recently got, the dual purpose meat birds. Because they go in like 6 months until they get butchered, we figured if we hatch them out now, by the time they're ready to go, it'll already be like May or June. So that's a reason that we're starting to hatch them now. So we'll see how this goes. This is their first time obviously hatching out the light Sussex. So it's been a couple days since we left off with the fencing that you guys just saw. The weather hasn't really been great the last couple days. It's kind of been like raining the whole time basically, and really windy. So we took a few days off of the fencing, and then we threw it up really quick yesterday, the rest of it. So I'll show you guys that in a minute. But the day after that you guys saw us doing the fencing, we saw someone that had some call ducks available. And if you guys don't know, call ducks are like pretty sure they're the smallest breed of ducks. Since we were in the middle of expanding out our like duck and chicken run already, we were kind of looking around, not actively looking, but kind of seeing what's available for like to add to our flock of chickens and ducks. So when we saw these ones available, we definitely wanted them. So here are our two call ducks. The one on the right, the bigger one, is a drake, and the smaller one on the left is a female. So our plans with these two, they're more so of just pet ducks. They're not the best at laying eggs. I think it's anywhere from 50 to 150 a year, compared to like the black cayugas, who can lay like 350 a year. So they're more just to have, and you guys can see how tiny they are. I'll pick them up in a second to show you. But yeah, so our plan with these two, the reason we got a male and a female, is we're gonna breed them for their eggs, obviously, and to hatch like baby call ducks, because a lot of people on the island are looking for call ducks. We've noticed like on the few Facebook groups and stuff, people are always like searching for call ducks. I guess there's like a pretty sought after pet because they are so cute and little. So we just have them in this temporary little cage for now, just for them to get used to their new home, and until we kind of like got the duck run finished so we can introduce them to our new ducks. And they are a lot smaller than our current ducks, and especially the goose. So we want to kind of give them some time and make sure that's supervised when we introduce them, because these guys could get hurt pretty easily. But yeah, so this is the female. So you can see how tiny they are. This is like a full-grown female. So this is as big as they get. So you can imagine how small their ducklings would be compared to the regular sized ducks. You can tell they haven't really been handled much by their previous owner. They are a bit skittish, but even our ducks are pretty skittish, and we had them since they were hatched. So, I don't know. We're gonna try to get them a bit more friendly. Try to introduce them to the rest of our flock today, now that we have the fence finished. You can see the dirt area obviously is where the original pen was, and now they've got a lot more space, and like it was halved for the ducks and the chickens, so now they all can just roam around and be pretty happy. The ducks were flying around back and forth yesterday, and the chickens were ripping around, so they're pretty happy to have a lot more room. This wood is just from the bottom of the chicken fence that we had around, just to secure the bottom of the fence. So we were seeing if the chickens would care to eat any of the insects that were on it. They didn't really, well, as I say it, they're kind of checking it out. But yeah. This is where we're putting the gate. We just haven't made it yet, so we just used some of our old fence, like that green mesh. We just drove in a T-post right here, and it just kind of got it hooked on these little end pieces of the fence that we cut off. So we're gonna put the gate here eventually, so we can get easy access from the outside, and also drive in our lawnmower into that door there. But yeah, like I said, the last couple days were pretty bad weather, so I didn't record when we were putting it up because we were kind of just got out here and tried to do it as quick as we could. Because yeah, I did like half of it. I did like this whole section and halfway to like here when it was like dark out, because I was just trying to get it done. So we ended up using was just like a staple gun that I got from our hardware store, and I just stapled the fence to the posts. I figured that would be a lot quicker than hammering in those U-nails that I don't like. Just takes quite a bit to hammer each one into each post. So it puts a lot of stress on the post as you like are banging on it constantly, so you can loosen it up out of the ground.
They're not very, like, they're pretty skinny posts too, so we didn't want to put even more stress on them. Yeah, like this post, I can almost wrap my hand around it. This one's pretty skinny. They're all kind of different widths because there's like basically cut up branches with sharpened ends. But yeah, the stapler could just go through and staple it all in, and that was pretty quick. That saved a lot of time. If we were doing like the hammer with the U-nails, it would have taken probably double the time, because that's what we did with the last chicken fence that we just did for the light Sussex. We did the hammer with the U-nails, and comparatively we saved a lot of time, so it's definitely worth the investment of the staple gun. In this corner right here, we want to put a pond in, not like an overly big one, just one that's bigger than this little kiddie pool basically, so the ducks can actually like float in there and like paddle without just like standing in the bottom of it. Figured they'd like that a lot more, and wouldn't be too hard. We have the space for it now in their run, and we just do a little one just like right in this little corner right there. Figured that'd work out pretty good. Why did I try to get him?
So we're gonna bring these two call ducks outside into the run, try to introduce them to our ducks and chickens. We're mainly just worried about our goose. He kind of picks on the chickens sometimes, and like these are a lot smaller than the chickens. So we're just hoping that kind of leaves them alone. We'll see. While they're outside, So we put this little cage up real quick because we just got them and need somewhere to put them. So we figured it'd be a better spot to put this in this corner right here, kind of in between this little pole and this pole. The fence will fit right in that space, and then have a little ramp and they can just walk right outside the doors. So it gives them a lot shorter of a walk compared to going all the way over there to the other side of the rabbit. While they're outside, one of us will get this all area set up here for them. So when they come back in, that's where they'll be going. Okay.
Got her.
I got the female.
Hey, it's okay, dude. Oh, okay, hold on. All right.
We good? We good? Yeah. Ready to go see the other ducks? What do you think?
Around.
What do you think?
Oh, look, the ducks are so intrigued.
You guys got some new friends? Want to check them out?
Yeah, let's put them down.
So they don't fly away. We did clip their wings because they can fly really well.
Yeah,
that's the way I was holding her. What do you guys think? It's a new home. Yeah, her wings are like tucked into her feathers. So you can see that's a silky rooster, so that's like one of our smaller chickens, and then the size comparison between the two. And just between our runners and black cayugas, they're very small.
Should we keep them in with the chickens?
The goose doesn't know what to think. It's already not happy about having being with the chickens.
Oh, okay.
Hey! So I'll have to look back and see if I got it on camera. But the two brown chickens, they kind of like jumped the duck, which started like a few of the other chickens kind of jumped in, started like jumping on them. So I started kicking chickens and broke that up. I know they need to do their like pecking order and establish all that, but they're pretty tiny, so you need to keep an eye on them and make sure they don't get hurt or ganged up on like they were just then. They seem to be doing okay. There's the call ducks in the corner. These ducks are watching them pretty closely. It seems like they'll be a part of this duck group soon enough. They don't seem to be too aggressive towards them, more just curious and trying to show them like who the bosses are kind of thing. So hopefully they do good. We'll see. So far it's going okay. We haven't had any fights or anything yet, so that's a good sign. It's kind of like prison for these two call ducks. Once they get accepted into the duck gang, they don't have to worry about the chickens beating them up anymore. So they're just trying to make their way into their posse. Once they're accepted, they'll probably be a lot safer. Well, the ducks seem to be slowly accepting them. They're kind of hanging around them, foraging, which is a good sign anyways. Another thing while I'm just standing here watching the ducks and thinking, yesterday I think it was, or 2 days ago, when we were working on the fence here, putting it up, rooster Rocky here, we saw him mate with 2 or 3 of the black Norans. So we haven't got any eggs from any of our hens yet, but they are, I think, 19 weeks old now, and usually they start around 18 weeks. So we should have eggs like any day now. And it's kind of funny how Rocky the rooster kind of picked up on that, and he's right on time for that. So hopefully we'll start having some eggs from all these hens soon. It's kind of the idea and the purpose of all of them. And then, yeah, it's exciting. And then also our ducks yesterday, one of our drakes tried to mate, or was mating with the one female Indian runner in the pool yesterday. Gave them, it was right after we gave them fresh clean water for their pool, filled it right up, and then 5 minutes later I just heard a bunch of splash and I looked in and the one drake was right on top of the one female. This one drake keeps going back and forth trying to check them out, kind of push them, but then for the most part they seem to be okay with having them around. Like the fact that they're foraging and not really worried too much about them, that's a really good sign. So we just gave the bunnies some fresh straw. You can see all this is all new, and a whole bunch of hay. The baby rabbits are loving it, which is cute to see them finally out and actually eating the hay and stuff. It's cute to watch them do that. Just finished bringing in a bunch of straw and hay for the winter. The straw on the right we use for just bedding for all of our animals. So we're planning on going through and changing out all of the bedding and adding a thick layer for the winter just to help keep all of our animals warm. And then on the left, all of the hay that we have a lot of hay. Our only animal that eats hay is the rabbits. So they'll have lots over the winter to last them, that's for sure. We just wanted to make sure we had enough straw for when we change over all the bedding. That'll take up quite a bit of straw, so we wanted to make sure we had a few bales on hand for when we do that. Here's the new little duck house for the call ducks. Not new, same thing. We just moved it from over there to right beside the door. So now they got a little ramp they can use to run in and out. And what we just have like little steps in here for them to get into this little like shopping bucket of water, just because they're so small, so they need some steps there. And then this is Olivia's idea. We used just like a big flower pot and just stuffed it with a bunch of straw, so that'll be like a little nesting box for them, because so they can kind of cuddle in there and stay warm. Right now they're all alone in that corner right there. The ducks finally starting to leave them alone a little bit. Seems to have lost interest.
The one drake likes them. The gray and green one at the end there.
Yeah, that drake, this drake right here, we probably see him go right now. He's been checking them out the most and like going back and forth between them.
He's most interested.
So, I don't know. I think they'll be accepted pretty soon. Alright guys, that's everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the baby rabbits finally out of their nest, which we were happy and excited to finally see them out and about. Keep you updated with what happens with them on like the male-female situation, and if we end up selling them or what happens with them that way. Keep you guys updated with the call ducks and how they integrate onto the farm. So far so good, it looks like. So hopefully by a few days they'll be right in with the duck pack. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you guys want to follow along with our farm as we grow and continue to get some more animals. But yeah guys, thanks for watching.